Well, well, well. There's a role that I want to talk to you about today that a lot of capable people end up carrying. And most of the time, they don't even realize they've stepped into it. Have you ever been deemed or thought of yourself as the responsible one? The one who handles things, the one people rely on, the one who doesn't fall apart when things get hard. While that might look like strength from the outside, there's a hidden cost there that no one talks about. If this is you, you probably don't even think of it as a role. It just feels like who you are. I can tell you, growing up, I was always the one who held it together for my friends. We went out for a night on the town. I was the one driving. If we went on a vacation, I was the one planning it. Realistically, I kind of still am because that's the role that I've always carried. So this could look like you're the one when something goes wrong, people call on you. You're the one who keeps things moving forward. You're the one who figures things out when no one else can. And at some point, people start expecting it from you. But more importantly, at some point, you started expecting it from yourself. And so this is what we're working on together right now, right? And for a lot of people, as I just shared with you, for me too, this did not start in adulthood. It starts much, much earlier in life. Maybe things around you are unpredictable. Maybe you were raised to be the mature one, or maybe you were praised for being the strong one, right? Maybe you learned that being the one that holds things together keeps things safe. And so your system adapted. You became the one who anticipates, the one who prepares, the one who carries. And over time, that became your identity. But here's the part most people don't realize: it's not a personality trait, it is a nervous cistern, Lord. It is a nervous system pattern. When you live in that role long enough, your body starts operating in constant readiness, always scanning, always anticipating, always slightly on alert, even when nothing is wrong, because your system learned, if I stay steady, things stay under control. Ooh, control. There's an interesting thought process. And but this is where the cost shows up, right? And not always in obvious ways either, ladies, but in subtle, constant pressure. You might notice it's hard to fully relax. Anybody here ever experienced that? You sit down and you just can't be there for long because it feels like there's something else that needs to be done. Your mind keeps running even when you're tired. I can't meditate. I can't get my mind to be quiet. I assure you, you can. You just don't know how yet. and it's unfamiliar. That's okay. I feel responsible for things that aren't actually mine. Can you relate to that? Problems that arise, and all of a sudden you're like, I can fix it, and it has nothing to do with you. You struggle to turn off. And the tricky part is, from the outside, everything looks like it's working. You're productive, you're reliable, you're capable. But internally, your system's not getting to exhale. There's no true relaxation. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, scrolling and binge watching TV shows and that sort of thing, that's not true rest. Your brain still hasn't shut off. Now, here's the part that I want you to hear clearly. Being the responsible one isn't the problem. Okay? Your capability is definitely not the problem. The issue is when your nervous system believes it has to stay in that state all the time, because it doesn't. You can still be capable. You can still show up. You can still lead without being at war with your ambition. And your body can learn that it is safe to move between responsibility and regulation, moments of action, and moments of reset. And right now, that's what we're missing, are those moments of reset. So here's a simple place to start. The next time you notice yourself holding tension, just pause for a moment. Take a slow breath in through your nose and a longer exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale, let your shoulders drop a little bit. You're not trying to fix everything. You're just showing your nervous system, I don't have to hold all of this that way right now. So a lot of the responsible ones in the world are incredibly strong people. You hold the world on your shoulders, but they're also carrying more than most people realize. And learning to regulate your nervous system doesn't take your strength away. It allows your strength to come from a place that feels a little lighter, a place that feels a little safer, a place that eventually becomes natural. Okay, so as always, I have a curious question, and I'm actually really curious about this one. Have you ever been known as the responsible one in your life? I'd love to know. I definitely have. As I mentioned before, I still am the one who does the things. I just do them very differently today than I did 5 years ago, 2 years ago, maybe even a month ago. Who knows? But it's constant awareness of, oh, I'm holding my shoulders up again. Whew, let me let that go. I don't need to hold it that way right now. I can do this from a really grounded place, not a tense, stressed out, I got to get this done right now place. And guess what? Even after I take that deep breath, or those 3 deep breaths, or those 10 deep breaths, I still get it done right now. It just feels different. Okay, so drop the answer to that question in the comments. Remember, have you ever been known as the responsible one in your life? What was that experience like for you? Let me know in the comments, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it to someone who needs to hear it, people. I love you. I would love to have you in my community. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Toodle-doo.